I've bought some more retro goodies. So let's take a look. So I know I said I would do a retro pickups video maybe once a month, but I don't actually buy that much stuff, so I'm just going to try and do one of these once every couple of months and get it out midweek. So the first thing here is our Macintosh Classic, which hopefully you'll all be familiar with. We've been looking at this wee machine over the last 2 weeks. In fact, it's still in bits. I do have a fair idea what's wrong with it now, and in particular what's wrong with that analog board. So I'll be coming back to this in the next couple of weeks to get it finished off. But I've also picked up this Apple product. This is an iBook G4. And my intentions here is to get rid of everything Apple, install Morphos, and try and turn this old laptop into a modern Amiga. If you want to know more about the Morphos operating system, I highly recommend checking out the video by Retro Ravi, and I'll stick a link to that in the description below. One big box of random parts. Is there anything more satisfying? So I was back picking more bits from the guy that we bought the last haul from. Yes, that's still sitting there and I've done nothing with it, but I do have plans, trust me. So let's just dig through this, shall we? He's given me another dodgy Olivetti motherboard. This one though is a 486SX, and like the 286 that we had last time, unfortunately we're also missing the riser card. I did check, but the riser that I got for the 286 board is different. This one is 4 pins longer. We have another proprietary power connector here, and again that's different from what we used last time. And there was a battery in here which I removed as soon as I got this home, but there is quite a bit of corrosion over here. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with this board, whether or not I'll try to get it booted, try to repair whatever damage is here. With the proprietary power connector and with the riser card missing, I don't know if it'll even be worth it this time. Put it to the side for now, and sure, it's something we can always look at if we're lost for anything else to do. But with this also came its RAM expansion board, which goes on here. This is fully populated with Sims here. I have no idea what size they are. At a guess, I would say 1 or 2 megabytes each. But it's very nice to have this, as these memory expansions seem to be quite rare, and as far as I know, they are compatible with several different Olivetti models. Digging through the rest of this box then, we have a slightly more modern sound card, a Creative 2006 SB0770. Nice wee card, surround sound obviously, and optical in and out. Might be useful for a little Windows XP build. Random ISA 8-bit modem. Yeah, that's effectively scrap. Tape drive. Yeah, he just threw this in, but I'll probably never use it. Suppose it might be interesting to maybe get a tape for it, plug it in and see what it does. Don't know. An Olivetti floppy drive. Nice to always have spare drives. And then just a whole pile of other random bits and pieces. CDs, cables. I got a little KMV switch from him, but this one is serial and AT, so that'll be handy for the older systems. A few corresponding cables for the KVM switch. Genuine copy of Windows 2000 Professional. I haven't used Windows 2K in a long time. This could warrant a little system build just for trying this out again. In our Ferrero Rocher case, what have we got? A couple of ISA sound cards. Nothing particularly special, but a wee Aztec card here. And a crystal audio card, which has that Sony connector again, along with Mitsumi, Panasonic and IDE. Always handy to have. These cards obviously have Sound Blaster emulation built into them. And you know what, they're not bad for what they are. Phil's Computer Lab has done pretty good reviews of most of these ISA sound cards, so check out his channel if you want to see how these things perform. There's not a lot more to show you in here. Got a pile of old RAM, which is always handy to have. Just various modules, 16 megabyte, 8 megabyte, with the intention of using these in those systems down there. And before I forget, there was also a couple of old CD drives that are in dire need of a bit of a clean. Both from 1995. This one is quad speed, which would have been quite fast back then, if I'm correct. This one though, the casing of this might look familiar. And that's because the mechanism in here, this is another one of these that's identical to what's in the 3DO. So I know we did rob the guts of an Apple drive out of that other Performa system to get the 3DO back up and running. So my thinking is, could we rob this drive to get that Apple Performa back to 100% complete, and then we can have a closer look at it. And we have another computer, another Olivetti. I do have a thing for Olivettis now. This is an M4 584S 46 DX100. This is quite a nice little system. The front plastics here are going to need a bit of cleanup and a bit of a retro braiding. A couple of cracks in it to deal with, but I don't think it's anything that's beyond us. Getting into this system is a bit of a pig though. It uses this sort of toolless mechanism that obviously needs lubricated or something because it's really stiff to get back together. So we've got our floppy drive. The 5¼ inch is missing, but I suspect that this system might have had that tape drive in it, you know. The hard drive is still in here, albeit absolutely buried underneath the floppy drive. We have a little bit of memory in it. There's our processor, which I believe is a DX4100. Let's just check to be 100% sure. Yes, it is indeed an AMD 46 DX4100. Heatsink required. Let's put that back where it belongs. So I'm hoping this will make for quite an interesting wee build. We've got two ISA shared with two PCI to play with here. So we could get a sound card in it and maybe a faster graphics card. There is graphics built onto the motherboard, like all these Olivetti machines. And that looks like a Trident chipset, most likely doing the graphics. Is this SCSI built onto the board? Not 100% sure, but it would make me wonder, if so, why do we have an IDE hard drive installed? In fact, on closer inspection, I wonder what that header down there is for. Could that possibly be SCSI on board? Not 100% sure. There's a rake of components missing in this corner though, so would that maybe have been an option on this board? I don't know. Gonna have to do a bit of homework on this in the background, see if we can find out some more information, and then hopefully we can get a little build coming out of this. And then just one last thing to show you is I have been going on about an upcoming Commodore 64 project. You might have seen this Jiffy bag sitting in the background of a few different videos lately. Something very cool in here. Look at that. Just how absolutely gorgeous is that. This is the 60 clone modern replacement motherboard for the Commodore 64. I can't wait to get stuck into this and build ourselves a brand new Commodore 64 motherboard. And for this, my intentions anyway, is to try and use the modern solutions. So we will be putting the ARM SID on here, and I want to look for a modern PLA solution and any of the other custom chips where we can. Where we do need some of the very specific stuff, we are going to be robbing from one of my other spare Commodore 64 boards, but can't wait to get this built. I have a little idea for how to put this together, how to display it, so make sure you look out for that. I just need to get an awful lot of components. I do have the resistor packs, loose resistors and the capacitor kit, but I need quite a bit more to get this built. So, project for the future, it is coming at some point though. Definitely want to get this put together. Well, that's it for now. Just a very quick video to show you some of the recent pickups. Plenty more content yet to come here on CRG, and I'll see you next time.